Hey guys, welcome to the jungle. In this video I'm going to talk about something I think is really relevant for many entry-level riders or even intermediate riders to understand, and that is what it feels like when you go really fast on a motocross bike. Like what's going on inside the mind and what it actually feels like inside the body, kind of. Okay, this is pretty relevant because a lot of people, they got this wrong and maybe even completely wrong. So let's jump straight into it. So we're gonna start, we have a top four here, that I made, and we're gonna start from the bottom and up. So we're gonna end with the most important last in the video and start with the less important, okay? So number 4, actually what you're focusing on when you're riding is to maintain composure, like the position of your body. And you're not working like that much with like hardcore muscle workout as people think. It's more about, it has more in common with yoga than, for example, CrossFit. Many people, they think, oh, it's tough, it's motocross, it's the hardest sport in the world, or top 3 hardest sport in the world, scientifically proven. But actually, it's more about maintaining composure and correct position at any point in time of your riding than just like hammering out using your muscle instead of balance and correct dynamics of body position, okay? Which we're gonna get to later. So yoga instead of CrossFit, okay? Maintaining composure is the number 4. Number 3, it has more in common also with balance or walking on a line. Like what's it called when you walk on a rope, that tight rope, and you're walking with a stick like that, you're really focusing on balance. And that's because the faster you go, the more narrow the fast line becomes, so to speak. The faster you go, the less room there is for error. So the fast line, when you go like really, really fast, becomes really narrow. When I was coached by the best riders in my country, they told me that pro riders, they look for riding a line that's no wider than the tires, okay? So it's almost has more in common with a balancing act of balancing the bike always on that line than to just like hammering the gas, being all over the place and being wild. Like many people, they think it's just being wild and rough and using muscles. That's what going fast is like. But it's a lot different than that. It's actually more like a balancing act, okay? Now let's get to number 2. Another way of explaining what it feels like to go really fast is actually, it's a lot about smoothness, okay? I find that when I drive in a car, there's a lot of things like that are similar. When I try to drive a car really smoothly and comfortably for the people that sit in the car, like very gentle on, or very controlled, smooth acceleration and braking, and never doing any sudden like changes with the steering, like always like doing very gradual, smooth controls. That has a lot in common with how I ride when I go really, really fast on motocross bikes. And another way you could explain it is, imagine you put a glass of water in your car and it's full to the top, okay? And it's you stick it to some flat surface in the car. Try to imagine you want to ride the car without spilling over the water. It's full to the top, okay? The way you would ride that bike with like smooth acceleration, gradual braking and steering, like that kind of smoothness. Whoa, big buck there. That kind of smoothness is something you also develop when you go super fast in motocross, okay? Pretty interesting. Now the last one, the biggest almost misconception and things that are not as you may think, like what it feels like to go fast. When you're going super fast, you have a calm mind. Many entry-level riders has come to me in this training camp and they will be like, oh man, you're crazy. Like that's the most normal thing I've heard. Like when they see me ride, they say like, oh man, you're crazy, man. That's so wild and crazy. Like you're not afraid to die when going fast and doing jumps and stuff. they think that crazy things are happening up here and dangerous and God knows what. It's not. Okay, when going fast and you know what you're doing, it's actually within your comfort zone. You actually have a calm mind. Actually, you want to practice going really fast with a really calm mind and even relaxed as much as possible within the correct configuration, okay? With correct technique. So people think it's all Rambo, but actually it has more in common with meditation. To go super fast, like in terms of your mind state, because you are constantly present, you are constantly aware of your intensity. You should have a feeling of calmness and being collected instead of like scattered all over the place and oh shit, what's going on? No, you want to always know what's going on and be present and collected and not taking any risk within your comfort zone. Sometimes you're gonna get very close to the limit of your comfort zone, that's for sure, like especially in racing. But the fine art of becoming a good racer is to go very close to the limit of your comfort zone while just maintaining control without exceeding that limit. And that's, for example, something that I believe that my favorite rider, Ryan Dungey, he can do. He's one of the all-time greatest. He has won many championships, and sometimes he doesn't even look like he's trying. He's just going so fast, looking so smooth and effortless, looking like he's riding well within his comfort zone, and still he's going faster than guys like Justin Barcia. It's just like raw, spraying dirt, making a lot of noise, like looks so aggressive. And he looks like Barcia, he looks like 3 times faster than Dungey if you look at like how he rides the bike and how it sounds like when he's riding. Looks super aggressive and wild, but it's not efficient. I mean, he has become better, of course, I have to admit that, but really good example of what it feels like to go fast and what it's not like. It's not like Rambo, it's not that rough, it's not all muscle. It's a lot more about balance and smoothness and a calm mind, being collected, low risk within your comfort zone. Of course, you expand your comfort zone. Pretty interesting stuff. As you can see, I'm pretty fired up about this stuff. If you want to see more deep analysis of what it feels like and what it's like to go fast, subscribe, give it a like. And if you want to see me race soon in the South Thailand Championship, make sure you stick around. Say hello to the Screaming Eagle as well. Hello, Screaming Eagle. See you on the next one.